In environments like this, we're frequently on the same wavelength, right? Because I was just talking to Carl and he mentioned something similar. And he was just like, he just got an MRI. And before getting the MRI, he was terrified. And the only reason he was scared of the MRI is because he was saying, like, I think he said his brother had that experience before. And his brother's kind of like claustrophobic. And he told him like all of these scary things about it. And people getting scared in MRIs, and he gets in that joint, comes out, and it's just like, yo, that was it. And the only reason he was terrified is because somebody told him that it was scary. And that's the same experience that I had when I first did the cold plunge. That cold plunge was the thing that gave me the courage to be like, yo, I'm quitting my job, going full time. Because before the cold plunge, you're like, yo, this water's gonna be cold. Then you get in the water and it's cold, and it's like, yo, you can't get out for like 3 more minutes. And then you find a way to breathe and calm yourself down, and you realize, like, fuck. Like, it was just bad in my mind. Like, yo, physically I felt some stuff, but it wasn't as bad as my mind made it seem. And then once you start doing things that you thought were scary before, and then you start doing it, and it's not as scary as you thought, it's over. So one of the things that I'll just share right now is just like, we have a tendency, I noticed this with myself and a lot of people, there are certain things we feel that are required to achieve our goals, and we won't even consider the options that we have. Jamal would just say, it's like, it's impossible. Like, I'm not even going to consider it. And so for me specifically, like, there was a very long time I wanted to do Tony Robbins Platinum Partnership Program, the 6-figure one. I'm just like, it's not possible for me. And I would never even take the time to consider my options for paying for it or doing the same thing with quitting my job. I'm just like, yo, it's impossible. I'm not going to consider it. So I avoid the thing I know I need to do and try to find all of the other things. So I'm not doing the main thing. I'm doing the less scary things. And then once I decided, yo, I'm going to do the main thing, my mind started to think about ways to make the main thing more comfortable, more realistic, more convenient. I got this from Bob Proctor, and just listening to people in his environment, like every time he teaches about paradigms in the subconscious mind, he always draws a circle. And whenever he draws a circle, guess what I do?
Draw the circle.
Draw a circle.
I draw the circle. When he says conscious mind, guess what I put? Conscious mind. Literally everything that he says out of his mouth and draws, I'm writing it down because it's diving it deeper into my nervous system, and I'm seeing the pattern in how the framework actually works. Otherwise, after the call, I'll have an idea of what he talked about, but I won't understand the step-by-step process. There's 3 steps to success or some shit like that. And then number 1 is you got to be decisive. And decisive means you get to the point where you burn your boats. And it's essentially a committed decision. Deciding means it's just like, yo, I'm going to cut off from any possibility except the thing that I actually want. And Bob Proctor always just would say, it's just like, yo, getting what we want is easy. Deciding what we want is actually hard. And most people say they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want. And if they say something, it's usually vague and unspecific, right? And then you got people that do get clear on how much they want. Say you guys, where you're just like, yo, what's the goal? 250K by a specific date. Quit my job, whatever. We get clear on that. However, we don't make a decision generally that we're going to do it because of some fear. And so we're not getting to the goal. We haven't decided until we've decided that we're going to confront that fear. Like, I know this is what I want. This is the thing that I'm scared of. But I value the goal more than my fear, so I'm gonna go after it.